I just want to give another devotion today from the book of Nehemiah. Jerusalem had fallen into peril, and Nehemiah had wanted to rebuild the walls of Jerusalem. In Nehemiah chapter 1, verse 11, we read that Nehemiah was a cupbearer. Now, a cupbearer was somebody who actually tasted the food and drank for the king to make sure it wasn't poison. God had put Nehemiah into this great position that he could actually be used to rebuild the walls. The walls pretty much may look like this monument behind me, but this is what he wanted to restore. And here we get a true Bible lesson that God will use your place of employment. He will use where he puts you at your work to accomplish his will and his goals. King Artaxerxes was a pagan. He did not believe in God. He did not worship God. He worshiped idols. So you may be wondering, how can I be used in my workplace? Well, God put you there for a reason. So even though you feel that your workplace may be a place of desolance, you may not be working for a Christian person, you may actually be at a place that you don't think that God can actually use you. God placed you there for a reason. So even though you're at a place that may not feel like it's for God, God will open up the heart. So we see in the Old Testament that God opened up the heart of Pharaoh to release the people. We see in the book of Nehemiah that God opened up the heart of King Artaxerxes to actually go ahead and rebuild the walls of Jerusalem. Now, you know, Jerusalem was actually a conquered city that King Artaxerxes had took over, and Jerusalem fell into desolation because of the sins of the people, the sins of the king, and also the economic strife that came because of that. But what that basically tells you is God will put you in a place of prominence to be used. So even though you feel small, unworthy in that situation, God will actually lift you up. He will restore you. And in the book of Nehemiah, we read everything that happened before God used him to make decisions and all that. What's the first thing he did? He prayed and he fasted. He prayed, he prayed, he prayed. So we see in the book of Nehemiah that between the months that he started up through the months that God started answering your prayers, by our calendar today, that's actually 4 months. So don't feel like you're placed in a situation where you cannot be used and everything's against you, because God has you there for a purpose to actually fulfill what God wants to fulfill. So I urge you to pray. I urge you to look around in your place of employment. I urge you to look around in your place in society where you live, to be a Nehemiah, to actually be used by God.